Hey guys, so I've been spending the last few days studying the Book of Enoch. Not studying, just reading, learning, excuse me, reading, learning, and trying to understand it because there's a lot of symbolism in things that you really gotta really do your homework and think about. But I was also getting a couple of floaty things in my head I'd like to share with you guys. Now, I could be wrong, I could be mistaken about this, but each of these has I don't want to say a savior, but a system. I saw a familiarity, a familiar retrospect with, let's see if I get this right. I think I got this right. You see what I mean? Um, you have two eyes. So, the Eye of Horus has five senses. That was just basically what it is. It's the thought of the mind, sight. I forgot the rest of these, but but you guys get what I'm saying. Taste, hearing, sight, thinking, taste, touch, feel. I think I forget. I just read it too, and then wisdom. This was actually all of it. This was abundance, strength, willpower, all the extra subnormal, supernormal things, normal things. Five senses, seven chakras, for instance. So I thought that was an interesting connection. Seeing that, Jesus and his connection to the fish. I also thought it was interesting. I heard about in the Book of Enoch, there was Gabriel, Uriel. The Book of Enoch talked about the guardian of the serpents, Gabriel, Inky. And then this is the guardian of the underworld, or the overseer of the sky, the watcher. So I just found that there were interesting connections to Enlil Inky. Maybe they're not, what do you call it? Anunnaki, as they say. Maybe they're just archangels. Same story though. Every angel was fallen. They were all sent here, imprisoned, given an instruction manual, and have to get from being in the lower densities back up to the higher. So it's almost like when you descend and you come back up. Death, rebirth, that's what the fish is, rebirth. Death and rebirth. I also found interesting too that, don't forget, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday is coming up. 2008 will be 11 years from this same exact timeline. Ouch, my toe. I'm sitting on my foot. So all this pineal gland, all this talk that I've been doing until what we're coming up against. I thought it was very interesting that I was reading something online about, it was talking about anxiety and panic attacks and whatnot. And there were pressure points that had been associated with helping alleviate the feelings of panic and anxiety. The first one they talked about was index finger or thumb over here to reduce the feelings of panic and anxiety, stress, depression. It just kind of anchors from being so psychoactive. Third eye. Turn my phone off. They said the other one was the ear. So for instance, the inside of my ear, if I pull it, you know, when you're a child, or back in the days when they pull you by your ear, it was really just to like calm you down. There was another one it talked about here, in the forearms, which is connected to the heart. You know, the blood flow to the heart circulates right to left. RH negative, I believe, is opposite. Just my own theory, RH negative. So pressure point here, they call this the frontier. Sorry, my writing. The frontier gate. They call this a gate as well. And then in the foot too, right between the toes, yeah, I was watching news, Gavin Nelson and Obama, the reptilian trying to take over, and please. The reptilian. Anyway, I got distracted. Oh. If Biden becomes president and we're still here next year, I might actually move. Oh God, look at this. Expand Medi-Cal to undocumented people. Anyway, I'm moving on. So there's a pressure point between your big toe and your middle toe. So if this is my big toe, I'm not showing you guys my feet at all. But the bones that cross over, there's a pressure point right there. I actually did it and actually felt sleepy, which is a good thing. There's also one in the thumb. So if this is your thumb, that is your index finger. It's the squishy part in the middle. I hope you guys can see my abstract. So back to the pineal gland. So in sacred secretion, as they call it, this natural oil that comes out of our third eye, it travels down our spine, hits our sacral chakra, and comes back up. So the same as the fallen, the story is the same. You have fallen, you come down to this dome, and then by eating of the fish, mercury, and negative ions, having the balance of water and earth, grounding, clarity, whatever, being alert and awake. That oil then travels back up. Now, what they say in Christianity, evangelical, they say, you must, not have intimacy, before marriage, and you must not fornicate. Well, what they mean is, so the thing about sin and all of this ascension, rapture, or whatever you want to call it, the catching away, it has nothing to do with your physical body. It's not saying your physical body needs to be spotless. It just means that the destination of this sacred oil that is already in you from the beginning, it has to have a trip down. It usually takes 30 days. And a lot of us are in trouble because nothing's getting us down and up fast enough. So I was thinking of different tips and things to actually perform these different, I don't want to say rituals, but what do you call it? Not potions, but just things that you can mix together and drink every day. Like I have holy basil and elderberry in my tea, honey as well. And I did a garlic pill this afternoon. In the morning, I'll take my 5-HTP for serotonin. Serotonin morning time helps stimulate, which people uses coffee. But the thing about coffee is there's sugar. And sugar blocks this oil from, if you have sugar throughout your mind, your blood, your whole body, this is what's going to keep you from blasting off, for lack of words. So I know this is weird dialogue, but we have to really think, how can we perform all these different things, prepping the body for what I think is going to happen on 5/19 is the hugest wave, the hugest shift, and the greatest opening gateway. We were distracted 11 years ago when the financial collapse happened here in the United States. Excuse me. So what happened, we all looked towards suffering and suffrage, that we did not catch this wave. Same in 2001, September 11th. Instead of rapturing out of here, we were anchored because something catastrophic happened, and it literally lowered and descended us to the lowest frequency possible. And it was so strong, it kept the whole world from ascending. This is what download I got today. And so here we are, close to, I can't do the math. Yeah, is that 18 years from this event? And if you guys do the math, so many things point to this date. I guarantee something will happen. And if you guys want to make up your own fairy tale, like me, I'm writing in this book how I see it starting and how I see myself creating a door, and that door is going to get me out. Because we don't want to be in panic room situations if this event happens and it's too late to co-create your way into a better divine resolution. So it does sound crazy, but you guys should start jotting down your plan. And then the next, I think the next, 5 days, we're going to keep honey, raw apple cider vinegar. You know what I also thought was interesting too? Sorry, my G's are weird. Astragalus. This helps healthy heart function, keeps the valves open. Activated charcoal. I'm going to do this on Friday, and I'm going to do it on Monday. This helps culture the stomach and clear everything. Because if we go back to this photo, all the things that we so embody are in the solar plexus chakra, also in the gut and the stomach. So we have to keep that constantly clear, well, especially from now until next Monday, Tuesday. We have to accept this wave or shift, or put it this way, I don't really know what is going to happen. It could be a kill shot from the sun and wipes out. That's kind of, I'm not laughing cynically, but this is very serious. It could be an EMP. And it could help propel us. So if we are in physical body, this is why I was saying earlier that it's really not about the physical body and being perfect to sin and not doing things of the world. What it really instates is like if you have drugs, alcohol, candy, medication, I would suggest on 5/19 to 5/21, don't do anything. Don't anchor yourself. Stay elevated as possible. Because once that wave comes through, this antenna, this signal can magnify itself, and then thus your DNA, everything upgrades. This is like an upgrade moment. It's a total. And then those who have all the crap in their body, when this hits, all of those things in the body, they fight back and respond. And then it could cause a heart attack, allegedly. So whatever is coming from the stars and whatever you want to call it. You know how they say men's hearts will fail them at the sight of these things? That's in the book of Luke. I think that's this scenario. Everything is not literal. It's all kind of metaphorical. Also want to add to the list, is it saline? You know, the nasal, what do you call it? I forget how you do it, but it's like those nasal squeeze bottle things, and it's to help flush your sinus system. I know it sounds weird, and I kind of been a little bit more serious in my last few videos, but for what I feel is going to be in the category of what's going to come and happen, we have to start prepping now. And it's kind of funny when the church says, you know, be ready, be ready, be ready. And they keep saying that, but everybody physically is just like either just in a waiting period, just waiting around saying, oh, I'm a good Christian, I'm a good saint, I've done my good deeds, blah, blah, blah. But it's your body's the temple. So if your body's the temple, it's really about decalcifying all the particles in your body for just this 3-day process. everything that we went through our journeys, detaching, awakening, it was all a preparation and a learning lesson to these 3 days. And I think we could see the 3 days of darkness. I don't know. But if we do see it, this is what you guys need to do is completely purify your body on the inside, and you should be okay. Completely purify your body. If you guys want to add on to this list of things, I know I probably forgot a couple, but yeah, try these different things out and stay happy. Laugh, smile. That helps your immune system. Don't be in fear. So that's all I wanted to share with everybody. I hope this video suits you well. And if you have questions, you can message me back. All right, everybody. Bye. Gotta go. Sleepy night night. Take care.